Breaking news from the Alert Center. 2 people are in the hospital after a crash in the Ralston area early this morning. The crash happened shortly before 6:30 a.m. this morning near 72nd and Harrison Streets. That's what you're seeing a live shot of right now. Well, police dispatch confirmed the status of the crash victims with First Alert 6 just after 7:15 a.m. this morning. And our crew on the scene right now reports at least 2 cars involved in this crash. And this crash is causing impacts to the Monday morning commute with a closure between 66th and 72nd Streets. And drivers are asked to avoid the area as crews investigate. That's especially 72nd Street near Harrison. Our breaking news for you this morning, brought that to you in our newscast and there on our website as well at First Alert 6. Well, my name is Elena Riley. Thank you very much for joining me here at the Alert Center, where I bring you our top headlines every weekday morning. So let's head into what else I have for you then. All right, well, the federal government is a step closer to reopening after a bill was advanced late yesterday. The Senate voted to break a filibuster on a bill to fund the government through the end of January, and the bill must now pass a formal vote and move through the House before ending at President Donald Trump's desk. And the Associated Press reports the vote came after a group of moderate Democrats agreed to proceed without a guaranteed extension of health care subsidies. And the Associated Press also says this agreement includes the rehiring of some federal workers fired by the Trump administration since the shutdown began, and ensuring that SNAP benefits are funded through next September. Well, Nebraska Rep. Don Bacon has been working on the bipartisan framework for a bill to end the shutdown, and he says one of his goals is to get airports operating normally again. Now to more headlines. A man wanted in connection to 2 shootings in Omaha from late last month is dead after a standoff with authorities in Mississippi. Ricardo Kirk, he's 32. He was wanted by the Omaha Police Department for 2 shootings on October 29th, and one of the shootings near 35th and Davenport Streets claimed the life of his cousin, Leonard Jones. Well, the other shooting that Kirk was a suspect in was near 54th and Boyd Streets, and that incident left a 45-year-old man injured. Well, on Friday, OPD's fugitive unit and U.S. Marshals learned Kirk was in Rankin County, Mississippi, and police say when the task force attempted to serve an arrest warrant, he fired shots at them and barricaded himself in a home. In a release, OPD confirmed that Kirk died of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Well, the city of Wahoo's boil order was lifted yesterday. A release from the city of Wahoo says the boil order placed last Tuesday was lifted after special samples from the water were submitted, and they came back negative for E. coli. Residents no longer need to boil their water or use bottled water for consumption. That's according to the release. And the order also applied to customers served water from the Wahoo public water system through the Lower Platte North NRD, and that includes the Village of Colon customers along the main line from Wahoo. And any questions can be directed, contact the city at 402-607-9470. Right, moving along here, a little over a year after announcing a big move to the city's new riverfront area, the Omaha Children's Museum is putting a pin in its campaign. Museum officials said in a news release Friday that they were pausing fundraising for a new facility at 8th and Douglas Streets that was announced last October. And officials hoped to open by late 2027, with funding for the project coming through private donations. But instead, the update says the museum would remain in its current location, that's at 20th and Howard Streets, and they would refocus on strengthening its core mission. Well, Dana Washington, Omaha Children's Museum's board president, says we look forward to revisiting expansion plans when the time is right, and confident in our momentum and community support. And last up is that today an improvement project is scheduled to begin at Tranquility Park here in Omaha. As a result of the project, the soccer fields and trails near 120th Street between Maple and Fort Streets will close. And the closure includes the all-natural service trails used for mountain biking and running. Well, the trails north of Fort, which are accessible from the Kelly Complex ball fields, will stay open, and access to the Moylan Iceplex and Tennis Center will also remain open here with this project. Well, the Christmas tree dump site for this year will be in the softball complex parking lot there. And work on the project is set to run through October 2027. So that is the latest updates on that project. It's been a long time coming there. Ready for those improvements. All right, we'll head here to our website at First Alert 6, where I have all of these top headlines for you. This is 6 Things You Need to Know. Of course, it's Monday, November 10th as well. I bring this to you at about 6 a.m. every weekday morning, and then this live stream at about 8 a.m. to talk them over. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for joining me this Monday morning, and have a good start to your day.